people in California makes zero sense to me. People always say Florida is the armpit of the United States. Me personally, I think California is. California is so weird. Never even been there. I don't have to. You can go on Twitter and see how weird California is. First off, porn. You guys are the stars of porn. Kim Kardashian, fucking disgusting. Every celebrity goes to California. Why? Because they're all fucking weirdos. You're weird. All these people who live in California are weird. California's the weirdest place. Like, I'm pretty sure, in my personal opinion, I really think California created gay people. Like San Francisco, that place is gay as fuck. Not even in like a derogatory way either. California's just gay. Like you go to San Francisco, the men to female ratio and men to men ratio, astronomical. I don't even understand it. I'm going to be honest with you. Why are there so many gay men in California? Like, what's going on there? Like, you have a desert, but you're the number one dairy state? I live in Wisconsin. We're the fucking dairy state, alright? Infuriating. You guys try to claim dairy? Dairy? I eat cheese, bitch. I'm the obese one. We're the dairy state. California? Ooh, we're the number one producer in cheese. Don't care. Don't care. You're also the number one producer in lesbians. I'm almost sure of it. California has definitely been the first state to create lesbians. And as time's gone on, and the more years there's been coming, and we've been more accepting of it, we're like, okay. And like, the more accepting we become of these weird lesbians, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lesbians kinda hot. Like, when you see a girl kiss some other girl, seems like an absolute W, right? Wrong. That shit's weird now, bro. You're like, you see a girl kiss another girl, you're like, oh, that's not cute. You're not like, dang, I just saw a girl kiss another girl, bro. Bro, that's crazy. Nah, it's a girl kissing a girl passionately. Ugh. Disgusting. I could never just be there just standing, watching some girl kiss another girl and be like, that's hot. Lesbians ruin porn for me. I'm going to be honest with you. Now every time I see a lesbian, I think of blue hair, shaved heads, weird pronouns. What the fuck is Z Zim Zer? Ziz? Like, are you a fucking Indian man? Like, are you Aziz Ansari? Like, are you an Indian comedian? I want to know. Because, to me, you look like a quarter fucking 1,000 pounds. You look like 250. Like, why are you built like me, like a molar? Doesn't make sense. Talking about pronouns. Like, are you even an English major? And if you were, it makes sense to me. I've never met an English teacher, a female one to be specific, that isn't PC. Every English teacher ever, PC. So weird. Think about it. Have you ever met a non-PC English teacher, especially a woman? I think it's unheard of, to be honest with you. Like these ladies here at my school specifically, always talking about, that's not very nice, that's rude to say. Like, okay, I didn't ask you. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. These ladies are talking about the dumbest shit. Like, how do you have a degree? Like, I'll be sitting there and she'll be talking about fucking the Holocaust? The goddamn Holocaust? Like, what does it have to do with me? The year's 2020. Shit happened 80 years ago. What am I supposed to do? Be like, damn, that's interesting. Like, okay, some bad dude 80 years ago rounded up a bunch of Jews. Cool. Love Jews. Shout out to Julian Goldstein, by the way. Julian the Jew. You're legendary. Come on the podcast. And then he torched them. He was like, all right, I need to enslave these people. Like, yeah, that's fucked up. But you know what else is fucked up? My English teacher is a 40-year-old woman who's single and has a limp. That's kind of fucked up. And you know, I think a lot of people are going to be listening to this thinking, God, you're such a dick, Maurice. Maurice's peace of mind. Horrible opinions. Well, guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Like Earl Sweatshirt, I don't care. Like most of you people, love you. Love you guys, by the way. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm going to be honest with you. This is really strange for me. I'm just talking to myself. It's the middle of the fucking night. Middle of the night. Right now it's approximately 1:45 a.m. And I'm sitting here talking in a microphone all by myself about some lady that has no real effect on my future. Kind of weird, right? All because of the dumbass state of California. Kind of irrelevant, if you ask me. But here I am ranting about this dumbass state and how lesbians were created in San Francisco. Has anybody ever watched a fucking Giants game? San Francisco Giants? They have a gay pride night now. Like, when I go to a sporting event, I don't want to see fucking rainbows. That's the least manly thing I can think of. When I go to watch a 6'8" black man dunk a basketball, I'm not thinking about rainbows. I'm thinking about how that dude's gonna fuck his little white point guard in the showers after the game. He's like, the little white point guard is gonna get molested like it's prison. That's what I'm thinking after a basketball game, which may make you think, guys, like, hey, that's kind of gay. And maybe it is. But let's be realistic here. I'm not from San Francisco. I'm from Wisconsin. We eat fucking cheese, we drink a lot of milk, and we're obese. And I don't really want to say we're. I'm kind of talking about myself. So when I say we're, just assume I'm talking about myself and myself only. Because obesity, it's a real thing. And I got a severe case of it. I got a severe case of obesity. It's kind of fun though, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'll go in the shower, hop out, and I'll be looking down at my fucking kidney shifter, you know what I'm saying, that schlong. I'll hop out the shower, chest hair just flowing. Like a 60-year-old man, just flowing. Like it's wet. Like, hair's flipped back. Looks like a 60s man's hair gelled back from the greasers. That's what my chest hair looks like out of the shower. Like a fucking dad. Like, I got the dad bod thing. It's not even dad bod, really. It's kind of just obesity with a hairy dude. And I think it's kind of fucking sick. I'm going to be honest with you. But I don't even know what I was talking about at this point. Oh, yeah. Gay men. That's what I was talking about. Gay pride. What is it? Why do I have to be prideful of somebody else's sexuality? Doesn't make sense. Makes no sense to me. Why do I, a straight white male, the privileged kind, and I'm doing air quotations here, because I'm a poor white fat kid with shitty genetics, so I don't know what privilege that gives me, really, compared to the 6'6" light skin whose dad played in the NBA. Doesn't really make sense to me. Doesn't add up. And you could be like, oh, well, in your circumstance, obviously you're not privileged. But statistically, when some white bitch, oh my God, white women, the worst, bring up statistics. Like, I'm going to be honest. I hate white girls. I hate them. Like 80% of the white girls at my school, feminazis. One time, some girl at my school scratched my neck with a pen because I answered the classroom phone. A classroom phone? Like, you guys remember back in the day when the phone would ring? Not the bell. What the fuck am I talking about? Phone would ring. And you're like, oh, I got it. This was junior year in astronomy class. I get it. This girl screams, middle class, dibs. I'm already at the phone. I answer. hello, so-and-so's room. Comes up, takes her pen she's still carrying because she's still screaming across the classroom. Doesn't even set her shit down. Like, lady, set your school supplies down before you answer the phone. Goodness gracious. Scratches my neck with the pen. And I go, what was that for? And she goes, you're a white privileged male. I'm like, what's a privilege in answering a classroom phone? If I was privileged, I wouldn't be in class. You know what's a privilege? Not being around you. That class, one of the strangest classes I ever had. Really diverse though. There was a pregnant Asian girl in there. Shout out to you, pregnant Asian girl. There was a president of the feminist club. I don't even know what that means. If we created a meninist club, everyone would be at the door with pitchforks like a mob. But let's get back to it. Oh, a couple Afro-Americans. Love y'all. The first school wigga. Love you too, bro. Miss ya. Gang gang. A transgender 6'3", just fucking yoked. Ooh, like would eat egg yolks for breakfast looking ass transgender, like a little spooky, like male to female. And we had this hick. I think he got arrested. He worked at Little Caesars. That kid was cool. And then we had some girl who would wear band shirts, one of those girls, but she didn't listen to their music. We had one of those girls. So we had a pretty diverse class. And then their teacher was bald. He looked like Johnny Sins. I'm not going to lie to you. And we were just learning astronomy. And I'm thinking, I'm sitting in the, I don't even know what it's called, space room, looking at fucking stars. Like, I'm trying to take a goddamn nap. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, and I have 3 hours of sleep. I'm not trying to hear the transgender talk about how her star sign affects her moon cycle because it doesn't get a period. I'm not trying to hear the feminist who's a stoner try to outsmart the teacher. I'm not trying to hear the Afro-Americans talk about how ghetto it is and how dope. Man, that's dope. I'm just not trying to do it right now. I'm trying to take a fucking nap. You put me in a pitch black room. Happened a couple times. Shout out to my uncle. Under different circumstances, of course. I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, that's what Bill Cosby would do. Put you in that pitch black room. You're out like a light, like that. Just like that. You're out. Like, that's what I need. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might need to get Bill Cosby'd. I think it'd be a kind of fun experience, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Bill Cosby, he's pretty funny. He's a funny fella. If you watched his court appearances, every time going in, he'd go, yeah, like make a weird little laugh. Like, what the fuck is going on in this 85-year-old black man's head where after he's being accused of rape, he's going, like he's like an evil witch. And he is evil, don't get me wrong there. He's definitely evil. And what he did was heinous to those, like, I don't know, hundreds of women. But like, if you can keep a smile and crack a joke when you're being sentenced to prison and go, you're a comedian legend in my book. He's top 5. He's got to be top 5. Him, Chris D'Elia, Bert Kreischer, Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan. He makes cool podcasts, comedy. Kind of garbage. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't dick ride me. Don't at me on that. Not that funny. He's not that funny. He just sits there and listens and talks to smart fucking people all day. Joey Diaz, that fat fuck. That dude gets me cracking up. He's talking about doing coke off fat bitches' titties. Legendary man. Like the stuff he talks about on his podcast, you do that today, that's called statutory rape. Nowadays, statutory rape's probably a common thing. Like, I'll be in school, and I'll be Snapchatting one of my boys, and I'll be like, yo, who's that girl? And he'll be like, oh, she doesn't go to this school. I'll be like, yo, where's she going? He'll be like, she's in 8th grade. She goes to the middle school. And I'm like, the fuck? Middle school? So you're telling me this girl's just turned 14 years old, and you're an adult? I'm trying to sit there like Zach Galifianakis in the memes. Shit doesn't add up. It does not add up. So that's why I, being the intellect, the genius I am, set a math law of age and dating principles. It's called the Rule of 3. What is the Rule of 3, you ask? I want to be honest with you. It really varies. So if you're 17, like myself, you can go 3 years younger. Freshman, of course. 8th grade, that's a little sus. That's a real sus. Not a little. Real suspect. Like, that sounds like prison time to me. And I'm not trying to go to prison fresh out of high school. Because you know what will happen to me? I'm going to be that little white point guard. And I'm going to go to prison for dating a 14-year-old in middle school. I'm going to get teared up by a big, brolic black man. Just fucking yoked. Look like Michael Clark Duncan off the Green fucking Mile. In his dusty ass clothes. And he's going to go, you know what I like? I like my little white boys. And I'm going to be stuck there because you decided to date a 14-year-old in 8th grade. That's illegal. It's got to be illegal or something. Even if it's not, it seems illegal. Make it illegal. Make that illegal. I'm going to be honest. And then you got to go second part of Rule of 3. 3 years older. 20 years old. Sophomore in college. That's kind of a W if you ask me. That's a win. If you're 17, you can date a 20-year-old. You're winning. You're winning. You got a nice white bitch whose mama and daddy pay for her college tuition. All she's got is Venmo and a premium snap. Taking you out to B.A. Burrito. Subway. Getting you the foot-long meal. You're set. She's going to be something basic like a dental hygienist or like she's going to become a CNA. White girls love to be CNAs. They always talk about, oh, I always wanted to help people. And it's like, well, no, you've been helping the entire football team get to the playoffs. No shit, you like helping people, giving them a little boost, a little happy ending after the W. That's who you've been helping. If I'm going to be honest here, which I am, because I don't lie, because I'm a child of God. Bless up. All praise the Lord, Allah, Jesus, Muhammad. I don't fucking know, the Messiah. Maybe I'm the Messiah. I might be the way I'm talking. I'm talking wild. They didn't believe Jesus right away. Look at what he did. He got nailed. He got nailed on a cross, though. If I get nailed, it's probably going to be by a big black cock in prison. That's what happens. People like me. They get railed by big black cocks in prison because I'm a short, thick little white boy. But I don't even, if I'm honest, and I'm always honest, like I just told you, if I go to prison, I don't think will even like me. Like, I'm hairy. That's gross. Like, unless they're gonna shave me down, who doesn't like to be pampered a little bit? It's like a spa experience, but you're stuck there and you're in a cage. It's like, I guess it's not a spa experience exactly. I'd say more like a kidnapped experience. Like you're stuck in a tiny, like, moist room, like full of cement. You have to lay on this thin cot, and you get fucked every once in a while. Yeah, prison's kind of like getting kidnapped. I've never been kidnapped, but I almost got kidnapped once. I almost got kidnapped. Funny story, actually. I was 8th grade, walking home from a girls' basketball game, dead of winter. House isn't too far, so it's just a straight walk. Probably like a half mile. It's dark though. I don't have it. No, I do have a cell phone, but it's one of the shitty ones, like not like a flip phone, but a slide phone. Like it doesn't have emojis on it like yet. So it's obviously not high quality, and it's 2015, 2016, so you can understand my financial standpoint in my household. I got a 6 slide phone. It's orange, kind of a pimping color if you ask me. Nobody's really fucking with orange. I hold orange down like a 6th grader wearing Nike Elite clothes. I hold orange down. I'm going to be honest with you. Orange is the greatest color out there. Okay, I'm lying now. Not honest. Orange is a shitty fucking color. But I had the phone, so I had to rock it. I'd be like, yeah, dude, orange is fucking sick. Orange is sick. Orange is not a sick color. But I'm walking home. I'm walking, skedaddling, doing my little trot because I'm freezing. Because dumb middle schoolers, you know what they do? They don't wear coats because they're too cool for coats. So I'm wearing like a Nike hoodie, I think. I think it's like baby blue. Doesn't go with the team colors at all, so I'm not matching. Oh, in middle school, you're definitely not matching. Unless you're all matching one color, jelly beaning. Like, if you're wearing all one color, maybe you're matching. Otherwise, you're on a spectrum. You look like the gay pride flag. Just all over the place. Like, nobody knows what's going on. And I'm walking down the street. Car pulls over, opposite side of the road, stops by me, and they just roll down their window and just slowly start cruising. Like Boys in the Hood, like somebody's ready to do a drive-by, just cruise and just real slow right by. So I get all scared, being the short little fat Humpty Dumpty I am. And I take my little 4'9" legs and I just start wheeling it. Like the Roadrunner, the way his legs are like running all funny. Like the way he throws his knees out in front. Like just dangling, swinging them back and forth. Hauling. Cut through these condos' yards. And then I go and I'm in this alleyway still by my house. I'm still pretty close home. And the car is parked in front of the alleyway, blocking it off. So now I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Do I call my mom? Wait, my orange phone is dead because it's a piece of shit. So I have to hit a cut back through the condos, and I just start hauling, just swinging my little legs like a Roadrunner, just going off. Super Saiyan, like Usain Bolt, but the 4'9" fat kid. And I'm like 2 blocks from home, hit the busy street. I'm like, I'm golden. Hit Jackson Street, golden. I get home, so scared. I look down, just piss leaking down my leg. Just leaking down, just soaked. Like I got shot in the leg, just so much liquid. So much. And I'm like thinking to myself, I didn't even drink any water today. Just dehydrated, just piss everywhere. And it's not even like a clean, since I'm dehydrated, it's dark. It's dark. It's that dark yellow. It's like looks like yellow Gatorade, dark. Just not the color you want your pee to be. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I just pissed my pants. Just out of breath because it's wintertime, so that air is cold. That's thin air. And I'm fat too, so I'm just huffing and puffing. And I'm just like, I pissed my pants. And I come in and my mom's like, see, that's why I always tell you to charge your phone. Like, my mom, I tell her I just got kidnapped, and she goes, that's why you always have to charge your phone. Okay. Next time I'll make sure to charge my phone while I'm getting assaulted by a bunch of people. I'll make sure my phone's charged. Because when the grown-ass old man's grabbing me in his rape van, and he doesn't check my pockets for phones, I'll know it's charged, and I'll be able to send an SOS signal. Because that's what I'm thinking at 13 years old, Mom. That's what I'm thinking. Gotta charge your phone. Like, what does that help? I just got almost kidnapped, and you don't even, like, ask me, am I okay? Call the police. You go, you have to charge your phone. It's like, what are you Karens good for? Did you guys just call the police when kids set up lemonade stands? Like, my mom's being an absolute Karen. Like, a permit patty. Like, you need to have this, and you need to meet these credentials. Like, what are you doing? I just don't understand. Are you going to do something productive, or are you just going to be an absolute cunt? And just be like, I told you so, old lady. Because in my head, I'm like, I just almost got molested. In her head, she's like, my son didn't charge his phone. He deserves it. Like, does it not compute to you that your son, your firstborn child, was almost kidnapped? And you're like, he should have had his phone charged. I told him so. That's what happens when you don't charge your phone. You get kidnapped by scary old men in alleyways. Like, it does not add up. There's no math that adds up to phone doesn't charge, phone is not charged, equals old men get to kidnap children. It just doesn't make sense. And that's my mom for you. That's my parent. Some other parents would be like, oh, honey, are you okay? And I'm talking about not every parent. I'm talking about the white parents, okay? Because I know if I go to my Mexican friend Leo's house, his mom's going to be like, why didn't you take out the fucking garbage, friend? Why didn't you take out the garbage? You're supposed to be working. And he'll be like, lo siento, mamacita. And she'll go, what the fuck? And she'll whip out that chancla and beat the fuck out of him. If he almost got kidnapped. And the ghetto white moms, they don't give a fuck. They're like, I'm about to get this child support bill, and I don't even have to provide for him no more. And then we got the ghetto black moms who will just be like, boy, you ain't getting no goddamn kidnapped. Nobody want you. I barely want you. You get those, and then you'll have the Susans of the world. I'm so sorry, honey. Let me contact the police. We'll file a police report. You tell me his vehicle, his license plate number, what he looked like. Give us a whole description, honey. But that's not my mom. My mom goes, told you so. Like, in what world do you tell a 13-year-old, told you so, you should have gotten kidnapped? Like, what? What? Kidnapping's scary, too. You ever seen those documentaries where it's like, this kid's locked in a basement for like 17 years? Like, how the fuck are you stuck in a basement for 17 years? Like, I guess, like, it's super scary, but a basement, bro? Come on, you're in there for 17 years. Why does it look the same as it did 17 years ago? Like, if I'm stuck in a basement for 17 years, I'm MTV Cribs in that bitch. I'm getting, like, some sick LED lights, like some strobe lights so I can turn the fuck up. I'm going to get a sick TV, like a cool grandpa leather couch, just old but real comfy. I'm getting a queen-size bed. I'm going to get a TV in that bitch. I'm going to dig holes, act like I'm finding treasure. Like, you're in there for 17 years, and you didn't even come up with anything creative. Like, you're still laying on a sheet that's been there forever. Like, what are you doing? Because they let you out. They let you roam the basement. How are you not decking that bitch up? Like, to me, I wouldn't mind getting kidnapped now. Like, 13, scared. You kidnap me now, I'm content. I'm fine. I'll be in that basement. I have a sick setup. Rent? No rent? I don't have to worry about rent? Rent's expensive. You ever look at a house for rent? That's like $1,500 a month. I get to stay in a basement, my own bedroom. 17 years free? Free? Are you kidding me? That's a deal of a lifetime. Free food. Free Band-Aids. You get a little cut. You don't have to buy Band-Aids. You know how much Band-Aids cost? $4 a box of Band-Aids? They're bringing you your own Band-Aids? Oh my God. And like, they're always like, she was malnourished. They were treated so badly. Like, me, I wouldn't even care if I got kidnapped. I need a little malnourishment. You see me? I'm built like a molar. I need to lose a little weight. I need to get a little skinny if I'm going to be honest. I need to slim down a little bit. Like, my nickname's Mobesity. It'd just be better if it was Mo Skinny. Like, I need to get Mo Skinny. And if kidnapping's the way to do it, sign me up. Sign me up. I'm there. You need me to go to Burn Boot Camp? You want me to go to Pilates with a bunch of yoga moms to lose weight? I'm good. You want me to go to the gym with fucking meatheads? I used to play varsity football. Hey, I used to play varsity football. I'm actually a coach for the youth team. No, I don't want to be around you. Get me out of here. That's what I say when I'm around idiots like that. I'm in a basement all by myself. I get to starve a little bit so I'm not obese anymore. I'm there. I'm there. That's all I need right now. A little skinny and I'm happy. I've already gotten everything I want in life. I've reached my life goals, really. I'm kind of at my pinnacle right now. I'm at the peak. I get to ask fat bitches on Tinder their BMI. I get to crack jokes with my friends. I'd be the greatest comedian coming out of Kidnapping. Bro, you know how much material you'd have? 17 years worth of kidnapping jokes? That shit would never get old. It's like Mexican comedians when they talk about Donald Trump. Never gets old. That shit's hilarious. Always funny. Or it's like a black person when they talk about how they hate white people, and then they'll be like, I actually love white people though, because white people go skydiving. No black person will ever go skydiving. And it's like, yeah, 100% right. But I got hood tendencies. I'm not going in no plane. Not a goddamn chance. I barely like swimming. So if I got 17 years of kidnapping jokes, you best believe I'm getting a Netflix special. I'm going to be up there with Joe Rogan on Netflix. I'll have a documentary series. The amount of bank you're making, you get skinny. 17 years of free rent and food. You get a Netflix documentary series and a comedy special. I just need to know where to sign up if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, the amount of money you'd make off that, $1 million for a Netflix special, $1.5 million for the docu-series, $2.5 million by the age of 34 because I'm 17. I don't get kidnapped. Why not? You can invest that 2.5, get some compound interest going, learn this in economics. You're having about $10 million by the age of 70. And then when I apply for a job, they'll be like, what's your work history? And I'll be like, sir, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been kidnapped the past 17 years. And they'd be like, that's weird. Says you were working at Chick-fil-A 6 months ago. And I'll be like, sir, I wasn't working at Chick-fil-A. That was falsified records. And I have a Netflix documentary series. And they'll be like, word? Documentary? Be like, I like documentaries. And they ask me if I'd seen Blackfish. I'd be like, Is that a racist thing? Because I'm stuck in a fucking basement for 17 years. I don't know what they're talking about. I get hired off sympathy at goddamn Chick-fil-A again because it says I work there because my kidnapper's intelligent and falsified documents. I get the job. I'm making, with the interest increase in wage increase, I'm making $27 an hour making waffle fries at Chick-fil-A. Waffle fries. Those are the best kind of fries. They're crispy, they're soft, fluffy, and they're shaped like your favorite breakfast food. Waffles. So now I'm making $27 an hour, $2.5 million in the checking account. Government's paying for my health insurance because I got kidnapped and the police department's garbage. I'm winning all around. Millionaire by 32. Not many people can say that. That's success if I've ever heard it. For 17 years worth of kidnapping, I'm in. That's a commitment I'm willing to take. I find that as a win-win situation. You lose weight, you get your Netflix series, and you get money. And the crazy dude who's been taking off fingertips and stuff upstairs, your capturer, he's gone. He either runs away because he's a simp, or he kills himself because he's a pussy, or he goes to prison where he gets fucked in the ass by some big brolic black man who looks like Michael Clark Duncan. And then once he's in there and he's realized he's fucked because he's a tiny little white man who doesn't know how to associate, he's going to off himself like Aaron Hernandez. He's not going to off himself like Jeffrey Epstein, that's for sure, because he didn't kill himself. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. So this kidnapper, prison. Me, millionaire. Kidnapping, 2020, sign me up. It'll be the class of 2037. LeBron James Jr. will be playing basketball. Everything will be different. It'll be kind of sick. It'll be like I time traveled, really. Have you ever been claimed as a time traveler? I sure as hell haven't. But if I come out of a basement, not in the know, for 17 years, it'll feel like I traveled in time. iPhone 14 will be out. It'll be unlocking your phone with dick pics. You can put a dick pic scan on your iPhone at this point, and it's just like, that's him. Look at the bulge size. You're just set up. Your girlfriends, there's no such thing as girlfriends anymore or boyfriends. It's just group friends. You're just all in a relationship. Just polyamorous as fuck. Like, there's 8 of you. No sex, though. Just tongue kisses on the ear. It'd be just interesting. I feel like it'd be fun. If I'm gonna be 100% committed to getting kidnapped, I feel like it'd just be fun. Like, you come out of this basement and you got a relationship with 18 different people. 6 of them you don't even know because it's 2037, almost 2040, and you use a slur, and they're gonna be like, what does that mean? And there's gonna be some dumbass app, and it's gonna be playing music, and there's gonna be kids dancing to it, and they're gonna be like, okay, millennials. Like, I can't wait for that time when your grandkid, Lil Uzi's gonna be a throwback. Lil Uzi, he'll finally be dropping Eternal Take like 2035, so it'll only be 2 years old when I get out and listen to it. Sounds like a complete win. I don't see any faults in this kidnapping idea. If anybody out there wants to kidnap me for 17 years, email me, DM me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat. I mean, I'm down for whatever. I'll be like a premium Snapchat girl, but for your kidnapping fantasies. You can kidnap me. I'll rent myself out as a kidnapping apparatus. We can set up like a time and place location. I'll be like, I'm walking down this street. And then you can pull up with your van and you can like wrestle me. And then you can like strike me with some sort of object. And I'll be like, oh. And like we can just do this whole thing. It will be like a role play for you. So you can get your kink on. I can get my money. It's a bag. You're securing the bag. You want to know why? Because I'm part of the bag unit. Because I get bags. Not like bags under my eyes like a bunch of you coffee addicts. It's fucking disgusting. Drinking coffee all the time. You could say the same thing about my body type. Disgusting. But see, I'm not addicted to caffeine. I'm addicted to myself. I'm addicted to laughter. You're addicted to goddamn liquid heroin. Fucking drinking black beverages like it's normal. I've never seen any black beverage and been like, that's supposed to be edible. Goddamn coffee addicts. Disgusting. And you guys are probably thinking, coffee's disgusting? You're disgusting. Do you hear the stuff you say on this podcast? And the thing is, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Why do you think I'm recording this? All by myself in a room at 2:17 a.m. It's 2:17 a.m. I'm shouting, yelling, saying I want to get kidnapped because I don't give a fuck. I'm all by myself in a room, talking into a microphone, looking at a screen with just a bunch of lines on it. I don't care. You care. You're the one who cares. You care too much. That's something about people today. People care too much about dumb shit. Like, they'll be like, oh my god, save the turtles. Like, bitch, there's 17 turtles in the ocean right now. You want to save them? There's 17 turtles with straws in their noses. You want to know how many kids have straws in their fucking noses right now? I'd say 1,000 kids have straws jammed in their noses right now. 1,000 dumbass white kids have straw. They're sticking straws in their noses. They're like, I'm a tortoise. I'm a tortoise. Just making jokes, being memes. And you guys are like, we have to buy the metal straws. Because it's not like you're going to lose that metal and it's going to get crushed and recycled and built into a tin can that's going to go in the goddamn sewers and slice up a goddamn fish and pollute the river or anything. And you're like, it's not a tin, it's silicone. Well, silicone doesn't disintegrate either, lady. Your 17-year-old logic doesn't make too much sense now when it gets thrown back in your face. Just like it doesn't make sense why women have rights. It's the year 2020. It's the 100th anniversary of women's rights. And the amount of fucks I give is the amount of fucks I would have given back in the year 1920 when women got rights. I don't give a fuck. You know one thing I don't think women should have rights for? Leading chants. Have you ever seen an organized chant by a female in any video ever? Absolute dog shit. Watch Steven Crowder infiltrate, I don't even know what it is. The union, a workers' union. Their chants, garbage. Go to an athletic event, like a high school athletic event. You see a girl with a whiteboard, chants, garbage. Girls, when they try to chant, absolute garbage. Like, I don't understand if you guys know what a trash can is, But that's what you're revolving like chants and yells around. Like it's just screams and high-pitched noises, or you're really soft-spoken. And it's like, make a choice. Guys, one thing they do, they just fucking yell. They go, if you're a Central fan, stand up and clap your hands. Like, simple. Girls, all right, everybody, on the count of 3, we're going to bring it in, we're going to all yell, and then we're going to tell some other boy to yell, because we want to be the boss, and we think we're better. And the thing is, maybe you are better, but no regular guy is going to be like, these girls are so much better than us, unless you're a simp. And we don't like simps. Simps who listen to this podcast, I want you to log off right now and leave an absolute shit review. Because that way I know how many bitches listen to this podcast. Because we don't do no simp shit around here. We disrespect women, acquire currency. And I don't mean disrespect them and like womanize them. But I mean, we're not paying for coffee anymore. We're not taking them out on dates. We're not doing that. We're asking them to get some fucking cheesecake, and then you hit them with the, yo, I only got Apple Pay. And they go, you didn't bring cash? And I go, nah, I'm a man of the future. And you tell that bitch who's a dental hygienist to pay your fucking, for your cheesecake. I'm not talking about Cheesecake Factory either. I'm talking about real cheesecake, like the fucking dessert. Alright? No Cheesecake Factory. We're not Drake. And oh my god, how is that Drake's favorite restaurant? That place has 75 different items on it. 75. Like, make a decision. You got 14 pages of cheesecake and you're just changing a goddamn candy bar. You're going Oreo, Snickers, Twix. Like, okay, why don't you just give us the options instead of making an entire menu based off a candy bar? Like, doesn't make sense. Like, why is Drake, the light-skinned god of Toronto, be like, let's go to Cheesecake Factory, boo. I'll sing you sweet nothings. Like, that does not make sense to me. It makes zero sense at all. Why a millionaire's favorite restaurant is cheesecake. Well, I guess it makes a little sense because he likes to stick to his roots, like how fat people like to stick to McDonald's. But I don't even think cheesecake's really popping like that in Toronto. Like, maybe in Degrassi it was really popping. Like, have you ever seen Drake in Degrassi? His name was Wheelchair Jimmy. That's an ultimate comeback. Wheelchair Jimmy to being the light skin of every girl's dreams. Being some kid who got shot in Degrassi in a school shooting. That was on TV today. If some kid got shot in the back in a teenage show, shit would be canceled so quick. They'd be like, Dylan just did this. And everyone would be like, holy fuck, a kid named Dylan? Run. Like, that would not fly today. That's not even realistic today. You see a kid named Dylan in school, every class, whenever he gets angry, he got an answer wrong. Whenever he goes, God damn it, I got it wrong. You watch that backpack. Every kid in that class knows it. They're watching the backpack. They're watching the hand motions. That shit would not fly today where you could just walk in. It just wouldn't. Everyone's watching those backpacks. Everyone's got eyes on I don't know. What's a weird name? Tantalus. They're watching those kids. Those kids, scary. Those are the kids that growl in the hallways. Them and the furries. But they seem to link up. The furries and the tanties. The Tantaluses and the Jacksons with an X. And the Matthews. Like, I don't know. Just weird white names. Like, really weird white names. Like if a kid's name's Israel. Like, if you're named after a country, you're definitely rolling with the kids that hiss and the furries. Like, those are the kids who sprint down the hallways with their backpacks, and you gotta watch them. Because they're going fast. They're on a mission. And nobody knows what their mission is. I don't know what it is. I sure as hell know my peers don't know what their mission is. But they're sprinting. And they're sprinting to another classroom. And so when you get in that classroom that they're sprinting to, you're watching the backpack. You gotta watch the backpack in those schools. Like I have one kid in my former economics class that I used to take. Would always ask the strangest questions right after the teacher answered them. He'd be like, "Well, is this?" And like, you'd be like, well, this just doesn't make sense." And you just whenever he talked, and he stopped talking, you'd always watch that backpack. You'd always watch that backpack. And that's one thing about my school. They make sure every kid has a clear backpack. But the thing is, no kid follows it. Like, I don't follow it. Like, I'm not going to bring a gun to school because that's just stupid. Why would I want to bring a gun to school when I could just off myself at home and not have to deal with a bunch of retards? Like, those kids, those are the ones you got to worry about. The kids who are like, I got to make a public statement because they're fucking weird and they don't make statements. They don't talk in public. They growl. They growl and hiss and they tell you how they hate you and they do parkour and snowbanks. Those are the type of kids that like run into snowbanks. Like they just sprint into snowbanks. Those are the type of kids. The kids who make snowmen, like unironically as adults. Those are the kids that you gotta worry about. The kids who are like Pizza Hut delivery drivers their entire life. Those are the kids you have to be worried about. The kids who are delivery drivers at 45. Those are the scary ones. I'm going to be honest. Those and the meth heads. Those kids are the ones, they just pair perfectly. They go hissers, furries, hallway sprinters, and then they just become delivery drivers, Taco John's drive-thru employees, and meth heads. And I'm going to assume everyone thinks that's pretty mean. But if you think about it, it's just the truth. It's just cold, hard facts. And whoever's like, I want to see your facts. I don't need statistics for you to know that kid's reaching for a bag one day. And you got to pay attention. You just always got to be vigilant. You can't sleep in those classes. Like at school, you can sleep in class. But if you got one of those kids in your class, you always got to be vigilant. Like if that kid's watching Minecraft tutorials in high school on a computer in class, you got to watch out. You really do. That stuff's scary. Those kids are the ones that are going to get you. Those are the ones that sleep with the lesbians who become transgenders from California. And always, those kids always want to go back to California. Like you've never even been there and they go, I want to go back so bad. It's like, bro, you know where you need to go? You need to go take a shower because you smell like cat urine. Those are the kids that smell like cat piss and feces. Like they really smell like just disgusting. Like I don't understand it. Like, and people will always be like, God, that's so mean of you to say they don't have clean clothes. It's like, you're 18. You have a job. You're already working your career as a delivery driver. If you don't have 27 cents to go down to the local laundromat and throw your clothes in the washer for 15 minutes, what are you doing with your money? And that's a rhetorical question because we all know what they're doing with their money. They're buying 2 liters of Mountain Dew and just drinking them warm. That's what those kids do. They drink 2 liters of Mountain Dew warm. Those are what those kids do. And then they don't eat gum or chew gum. Eat, chew, doesn't matter. They only get Skittles. They always get Skittles. They get Skittles. Those kids love Mountain Dew and Skittles. And not even like a fat person thing. They're never fat. That's what one thing doesn't make sense to me. Those kids will have 8 liters of Mountain Dew a day and 14 bags of just miscellaneous candies. Those are the kids that eat those sugary Walmart cookies. Those are those types of kids. They'll be 18 eating those Walmart sugar cookies. Packs of them. And they're never fat. Never. Like, I've seen hundreds of them in my high school career. Lifetime. Career, lifetime, doesn't matter. They're never fat. Never. They're always like really like petite. They're petite. They have petite frames. And it doesn't make sense. Like, how are you drinking 8 gallons of Mountain Dew, 17 Walmart sugar cookies, Skittles, and then going to the local restaurant by the high school and getting 14 hot dogs, just chugging them like you're getting dicks in the gulag? And you're not fat. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not going to California with that budget. Mountain Dew's not going to get you to California. It might get you a couple hours on World of Warcraft, but it's definitely not going to get you to California. So, like, these kids are dating the trannies who want to be from California. They want to be from San Francisco. They want to be from these weird places. The weird kids also come from, like, weird states, like Delaware. That's a weird state. Everybody who's weird, and any weird kid who goes to a regular high school is from, like, a weird state. Or their parents don't love them. They either watch a bunch of anime, love Mountain Dew from a weird state, or their parents don't love them. And for the kids whose parents don't love them, I know what that's like. I don't have a dad. It's whatever. But, like, when you're chugging 18 gallons of Mountain Dew, and then you're eating sugar cookies, and then you're hanging out with the girl with the tail? This girl's wearing a tail in school. What is she wearing outside of school? More tails? Is she wearing ears? Does she have a suit? Does she have a whole furry suit? It doesn't make sense. And you're always trying to go back to California. Like, why is it that state? Do you just want to be on a hot landmass where the ground shakes? Because I don't think that's what you want. I wouldn't want that. I don't think anybody else would want to be in a place where there's wildfires and the ground shakes every, 3 months to hang out with more weird people. But I guess that's what weirdos like to do. They like to hang out with more weird people. And it's not even me trying to be mean. It's just that's what happens in high school. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Oh, weird kids in high school. And California. California just produces those kids. Those are the kids that get produced by California's culture. Like, regular kids who grow up in Wisconsin, meh. They're alright. They're regular. But then, a kid who watches anime, drinks Mountain Dew, shaves half his head and dyes his hair and talks to a girl with a tail, those kids want to be in California. And I don't know why. I don't know why you want to be a weird person in a weird state, full of weird things. Doesn't make sense. Alright, that's going to wrap up this episode of the podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all platforms. Links will be in the description. This podcast will be on all streaming services: Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Be sure to find me on there at Fat Talks TV. I'm out.